suggestions. He's so nervous he's avoiding all the questions. His lips are dry, her heart is gently pounding. Don't you just know exactly what they're thinking?
If you want my body and you think I'm sexy,
Come on, sugar, let me know.
if you really need me, just reach out and touch me.
Come on, honey, tell me
He's acting shy, looking for an answer. Come on, honey, let's spend the night together. Now hold on a minute before we go much further. Give me a dime so I can phone my mother. Hey, catch a cat.
Hey everyone, this is Phoneybeetlemaniacxs back in a week once again. This is going to be a video to Kizzume about what happened with him and IG. Now, if you've not watched it, I advise you to watch it. It was basically about the idea of prayer. Basically saying, I'll pray for you. I would say it depends how it's meant. If it's meant sincerely, again, I don't think it's meant offensively. Again, it depends on the context. It depends how the person delivers it. It's like it depends what you get in response as well. I mean, like, sometimes feelings can get hurt if things get said rashly. Top of all that, I would also say that your assertion that sin is a mental straitjacket doesn't really work, and here's why. The path to doing evil starts with small thoughts. We're thinking, I can get away with that. I can get away with that. And it's when that fantasy starts becoming reality. It's because once you start to think about evil, you'll start doing it. And that's the thing that the Bible, God knew about, was that human beings just don't go and think, I'm going to murder somebody, or I'm going to commit genocide, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. It takes some more incremental steps because we like to push the boat when it comes to our. I mean, I know Godwin's law, but it doesn't matter because all right, I'll use communist Russia. You look at what Stalin did, so I don't have to do Godwin's law. It took him small incremental steps just to get more and more and more power. When he did too much, he'd go back together. But then the people he didn't like would put in the camps, and then it was people he actually did like put in the camps, and then he would kill people who got in his way, including Trotsky and stuff like that. So evil takes small incremental steps for it to occur. So that's what sin's about. Sin's about the smaller picture. About how one's own thoughts can lead one to do ill deeds. That, how one lack of self-control over oneself can lead, into ruin, and into doing something that's really bad. And, the thing is that evil, when it goes unchecked, will grow into greater evil. It's the Nietzschean thing, and I know using it, it's like Nietzsche in defense of Christianity is fun, but we'll go with it. Even he knew about this, that once you stare into the business stares into you. Those that don't fight monsters, be careful, they don't become monstrous. That's the whole thing that's in that, is that you've got to be careful what you know, otherwise you might fall into doing something that's really terrifyingly evil. And that's one thing that I think that maybe people who, I'm not going to say non-believers, but people who don't really understand where Christians are coming from with the idea of sin, don't understand that it's not about, what is necessarily bad is is about missing the mark that's set up for us by God, and Satan, or whatever you want to call it, the force of evil, doesn't mess around. It tempts you with small incremental steps with what you want. If you want power, it gives you small glimpses of that power, but you have to do something evil in order to get it. It doesn't have to be some extraordinary evil. It just has to be something small. As I said, it's basically like how a dam falls. There's a small opening break and it grows, it grows, it grows, it grows. It rolls away. And so, I think, Kizzume, you need to understand that evil, whether you accept that God exists or not, comes from the fact that we allow a little bit of evil to get away. And that's where I think society needs to start booking its ideas up. In relation to how we deal with our criminals and how we deal with petty criminals, because the more we help them stop being criminals, the better chance they have of not becoming bigger criminals. And maybe that's something that we as a society need to start tackling. Anyway, I look forward to any response you have. This is Phoneybeetlemaniacxs, Follow Dreams Making True, out. Oh, and that at the front was for you, Raoul. Unlike you, I can make jokes about you without being homophobic. Wish you would start as well. Ta-ta.